Hello my crafty friends, this is Sharon and I'm here to tell you all about the Painterly Pears paper and stamp and die set. I wanted to show you the paper first. I've got these turned over so you can see the front and the back. I have cut into this, so I do have some little pieces. At least you can see what they look like. Now that I've shown you that, I want to show you about the dies. The dies will cut out the pears and the tops of the pears and the flowers out of the paper. So this is the set of dies. You also get a leaf and a row of flowers and a couple of other little elements. But this is how you will do the die cutting. You'll line it up around the pear and run it through your die cutter, and it cuts them out perfectly. Here's a few that I've cut out already for the card I'm doing. This is the flowers. Saves a lot of time fussy cutting. And as I'm filming this is still available. The dies and the stamp are on the last chance right now. And the paper is still available as well. Now, to get on with our card. Okay, I have cut a piece of basic beige into a card base, which is 5.5 by 4 1/4, or actually it's 8.5 by 5 1/2. So, and then I've cut a piece of the Designer Series paper. I've cut the green and I'm going to put that on the front. This is going to be our background for our card. We're going to be doing a little stamping today as well. I have also used the Spotlight on Nature dies. That's a set of circles that have different things around the edge of them. There are 12 circles in this set with different designs on the edges. These are also still available. Okay, so I have cut an old olive green circle to go on the front of the card, but we're going to put our other things on the circle before we glue that down. So this is the pears that I've cut out with the leaves. We're just going to place these on here and I'll put these on this circle. Like so. And we're also going to use this little element that was in the die set. It comes like this, but I have cut that in half because I'm only going to put half of it on each side. I'll lay that under there like this. I'm going to go ahead and glue that down before I put the circle down, just so I don't have to lift it back up. I want that about right there. And this one I'm going to put on the diagonal underneath the circle. I think I left a little piece of paper on there. And that will sit right on top of that. I've also cut out some of the leaves, and I have torn those because I'm not going to use the whole thing. I didn't want to waste them. I'm also going to put this little flower on here that I cut out with the dies. Put it right there. This makes cards so easy. I'm gonna put these on top of those pears. Actually, we're gonna put them underneath so that we know where we're gluing them. Now we're going to glue this down a little bit since we know where all of our other stuff is. I'm gonna fix it like so. And then we're going to take these leaves and we're going to poke them under there. Put one over here, layer that under there. Layer this one under here so that there's one on the top and the bottom. And let's see where we want to put that. We may just do the same side. We'll just do that. Now we've lost our little element there. We'll move it down just a little. Okay. And then we're going to use this and we're going to put it down here with the sentiment that says hello. We're going to use Mossy Meadow ink to do that. Got ink around that block. Let that dry for a minute while we're doing the inside. For the inside, I have cut 2 more of the Spotlight on Nature circles. We're going to glue those together. I've got one in Old Olive and one in Basic Beige. And glue that in the middle of this one. And this is what our sentiment's going to go on. We're going to put A Good Friend is a Gift. And stamp that in the middle. And then we're going to glue this on the inside of the card. And we're gonna close that and let that set a minute while we put our little cinnamon on the front. I'm gonna put that right over that, just like that. Make sure it's straight. Then we're going to use some, we'll get some light pink, let's see, Pretty in Pink. We're going to use that to stamp these flowers on the inside of the card. Right here on the edge. Probably going to stamp off the edge here. Haven't used this yet, so I'm going to rub that on my skin a little bit. Try it out and make sure it's working okay. it looks to be. I'm just going to stamp this off the edge a little bit, right here on the edge, where only part of it's showing. I'll probably do another one up at the top, turn that. Just to give it a little interest. And there you have it. That was so fast and simple with these dies and stamps that come together, and knowing that the fussy cutting will be really, you won't have to do the fussy cutting because the dies will cut them out for you. And I think I may even put a little bow on there. Let's see. Got some ribbon here from my stash. We can find a place to put that. See if I can tie a bow. Cut this. Let's see here. Fix that bow. And let's see here. I think we'll put it down here by the hello. Right here. We'll put that on a piece of foam tape. Circle. There we have it. There's our card. Thank you for watching, and if you like this, please hit that like button, and you can find me on Facebook at Sharon's Crafty Life, and I will put a list of things that I used in the comments. Thank you.